他在好好。如果你要学习第二语言，动机非常重要。Okay, so motivation is an important thing in learning any language. Okay, so I will be sharing motivation in learning second language, in this case Chinese. 上个月我跟大家分享我学习英语的经验，现在我将与你分享我的学习中文的经验。Last month, I was sharing about my experience in learning English, and now I will be sharing with you my experience in learning Zhongwen Chinese. I remember the first and the second weeks of my staying in Jinan was a moment of struggle for me in dealing with the language. Listening to my friend speaking in Chinese and then my professor delivering the lecture in Chinese was so tiring. But it doesn't happen anymore. My ears have got used to listen to the Chinese. Since I am interested in learning Chinese, so I set up a goal. The goal I want to fulfill. So this is my goal. After 2 years, I will be able to speak Chinese. So this is my target. 2 years. It means that the period 2 years completing my master degree in Jinan. You might have questioned why I am so interested in learning Chinese. Yes, I have some reasons why I am interested in learning this Chinese. Here are my reasons. Okay? The first one, of course, Chinese is the medium of instruction in Jinan. And the second one, people are using Chinese in daily communication. Just imagine if I don't know Chinese and then I have no friend to talk to. Of course, I can still speak in English, but I think it is not cool. Will be nice to know the Chinese. Okay. The third reason is that in my country, in Indonesia, many schools are teaching the student about Chinese. Okay, why? Perhaps because China is expanding in the world, right? So I think in years to come, Chinese will be one of the international languages such as English and Spanish. I think so. And the last reason is, for me, since I am interested with this Chinese, so for me, learning Chinese is a fun. As I told you, the character of Chinese, the tone, the pronunciation, exactly is different with the Indonesian language. So for me, it is an antique. It is a fun to learn something new. Okay. In order to reach my goal, to be able to speak Chinese in 2 years, I have set up 4 steps I will attain in order to reach my goal. What are the first steps? Are here. Okay. The first step, in the first semester, my goal was, my objective was to learn the vocabulary, Chinese vocabulary, and then the structure. The vocabulary, of course, is pinyin, not the Chinese characters, because it is still difficult for me to learn the characters. In the second semester, my objective is to speak Chinese in simple sentences, just in simple sentences. In the third semester, my objective is to speak Chinese in more complex sentences, okay, higher. And then in the first semester, the last semester, I wish I could master some of the characters in Chinese. I wish. Now, since I am now in semester 1, the first semester, so I will be talking what I have done so far in this semester to master the structure and the vocabulary in Chinese. Okay. I try to find out the structure of Chinese sentences, and here the structure I found: time, subject, place, predicate, object. So this is the structure of Chinese sentences. Once you have got the structure and the things you need to do just to master the vocabulary, and then when you have known the vocabulary, and then you just put those vocabulary into this structure. Now the problem is vocabulary. How we master the vocabulary? To master this vocabulary in Chinese, I have some strategies. What are the strategy? The first one is to name Chinese in anything attracting my attention. Okay. For example, while I am walking and I see the dog, and then I will find the Chinese name of the dog, Kou, okay, or bird, and then meow. Or when I am walking to the Tusukuan, okay, the library, Tusukuan. So whatever attracts my attention, I will find out the Chinese name, and then this is easy to remember the Chinese words. The second strategy was this one, okay, to make association. One word, I associate one word with the other words. For example, the class, 教室. Okay, what comes to my mind is what things are there in the class. In the class, are there blackboard, heipan, eraser, Sharpie, chalk, Fenty, chair, easy, table, Suesi, Chuasi, etc., etc. So, one words and then many other words will come to my mind. So this is the power of association. Now, the third strategy was to find the opposition, something contradict. For example, tall, kauda, and then the opposite is short, tuan, high, cow, low, tea, etc., etc. So those are my strategy in mastering the vocabulary in Chinese. I think it is very helpful in learning Chinese, and I'm sure that speaking, I will be speaking Chinese easier than English before. If I have, I need to for about 10 years to learn English, but for this Chinese, I think in 2 years I'll be speaking Chinese. I hope I can. Okay, so this is my sharing about learning Chinese, how I master the vocabulary, what is my strategy, and uh, what I have done so far in semester 1. So in conclusion, I would say that uh, motivation takes significant role in learning and improving second language. Once you have got interested in certain language, and then anything you will do just to master the language you are interested with. Thank you, friends Lause, for listening to my sharing. 谢谢。